Hi Sid.
Hello.
Hello. And welcome guys back to the Super Yacht Engagement channel. Before we lead into this topic, which is all about content marketing, just like within ACREW, obviously we have this huge database of Super Yacht crew that come to all events to learn, but they learn from experts and specialists because we believe that like in top of mind marketing. And in top of mind marketing, the key is how you present yourself and how you're being seen as a knowledgeable source. And when you're seen as a knowledgeable source, you have a good reputation, you get good engagement, and eventually you'll have leads. And we do that a lot with our workshops during our events, but we also do that online because we throw out a lot of content into the industry, right?
Yes, we definitely do as well. A lot of content, especially on our social media channels, through our newsletters and other marketing sources.
And we want to give you a little bit of insight on all the experience that we have. And Sydney is a specialist. She's been doing this for a few years now with us, and she's doing a great job because we're growing really, really quickly, and part of it is because of what Sydney is doing. But before we start, Sid, what is content marketing? It's one of those container things, right?
Yeah, so content marketing is the process of creating visual or textual material for the purpose of generating more leads for your company.
Okay, and any kind of content counts?
Any kind of content counts, mostly textual or visual.
And why is it important? Because, in the old days, I'm old, in the old days, we just need to meet people and you got leads and and people would like to ask other people, but what's this thing with content marketing? Because you got all these online influencers. Is it really true that it's that important?
Well, over the past few years, well, more than few years, over the past tens of years, marketing has definitely changed and substantially. And how we used to do marketing before was more of an outbound marketing. So that meant more how companies would then interrupt their users and it would be more aggressive, that kind of marketing. Now we have to do it in a more authentic way, so it feels more natural, which engages the audience more. That's inbound marketing. So it's about building trust, building loyalty for our customers.
Is it also one of the reasons that people work more and more with, like, they have their own channels and they're active on every kind of channel, like is that one of the reasons?
Yeah, the main focus and the main thing that companies now try and do is to build a narrative around their company and build a real story. And the more people, consumers and customers can see that the company is authentic and they're passionate about what they're trying to sell, the more the customers will buy into the company.
Well, you said authentic a few times now, right?
Yes.
And like, but like this generation, well, your generation, do they look at marketing differently?
Yes, for sure. Before, people used to just buy through ads that were just popping up on their newsfeed or whatever, more aggressive marketing. People were more like bought into that. Whereas now people need to trust the company a lot more, and they do that by telling real stories.
So what are examples of contents that you could do?
So we have blogs, we've got infographics, case studies, podcasts, interviews and documentaries.
Okay. And like, I always find, like, we started like years ago, we started doing content. But what I always found the most complicated is you open up your social media channels, you have your website, you might even have a blog website, or you want to create content for news, other sources that put out news there. But I always found the most complicated is like you start, you're very enthused, you do a few, and then it stops.
It's true, because it's really difficult for companies to create relevant content and constant content that their users and customers will find engaging. That is something that most people and most companies would struggle with, trying to always create engaging content and making it, want to be read.
Yeah, and I find that the most complicated. I believe totally in content. I believe in inbound marketing, but it's this. Well, the people tell me, like, how many posts a week do you have to do on Instagram if you want to be like
at least once a day?
And on LinkedIn, we say once a week.
Yeah, it's normally 2 to 3 times a week. 2
to 3 times a week. And if you have a YouTube channel,
yeah, it's once a week at least as well.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of content you have to create, right? So but there's in our industry, there's a lot of people who are very successful in it as well. We've got a lot of great content creators, especially yachties, right? They do.
Yes, I mean there is always great content to create in the yachting industry, I believe.
Yeah. So the trick is create content, right? I think that's what we're talking about.
And create relevant content for your customers.
Yeah, so which are the key channels at the moment for let's say if you want to reach businesses, what are the key channels at the moment to put your content on?
Definitely LinkedIn. And also Instagram. Instagram is one of the best platforms for creating content just because it's so visual, and it's the best place to probably show your adverts to your customers.
And if you want to target crew or consumers?
I'd say Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
So tell us, like, again, why is content marketing so important?
Well, there's some reasons why content marketing is so important, and there's 5. So we have educating your leads and prospects about the products and services that you offer, definitely boosting conversions. It helps build relationships between your customers and your business, which will then increase in customer loyalty. And also show your audience how your products and services can solve maybe their challenges that they'll be facing. And it also in turn creates a sense of community, and it allows your community to say their opinions and their real opinions about your products and services, which will give you valuable feedback for your company.
Thank you for sharing that. There's one, you talked documentaries earlier, that's one of the things. Can we do an episode on documentaries?
Yes, of course.
Because I think video content is probably the future, right?
It's invaluable for businesses at the moment, and documentaries are on the rise in popularity, especially with the younger generations, the Millennials, the Gen Zs. It's one of their favourite forms of, consuming content.
Next time,
we're
talking documentaries.
Yeah.
Cool, video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Sid, so much, and we're just going to shoot another one.
Yes. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.